So guys, there's quite a few rappers in the UK that are currently locked up. Unfortunately, some of the biggest and realest rappers we've had. I'm going to go through a couple of the current stories and explain why they're inside. But if you want to see a part 2, then leave a like on the video and of course subscribe with that notification bell. First of all, your boy Nines. His mugshot come out recently and boy oh boy did he look stressed in his picture and completely tired, and rightfully so. He went from having the #1 album in the country and standing with Anthony Joshua on his block to being locked up and possibly facing charges that see him be inside for over 10 years. Now, across the years, Nines has been very successful in the music industry, but lyrics quoted the trapper lifestyle he was living. He called himself not only the Trapper of the Year, the Trapper's Trapper of the Year, and would have lyrics like "the police are bugging his house," and he sort of knew they were onto him.
Harassment for no reason.
The question everyone has is, when he became a millionaire in music, why did he not completely leave that lifestyle behind him? Which is easier said than done. The song recently did come out on his most recent project, NIC. At the end, he even says, "I ain't a rapper, I'm a drug dealer that raps." Not only that, the whole song is his journey talking about working his way through the drug game. An element of self-snitching has been spoken about in various platforms, but maybe Nines was covering his tracks and just didn't realize this could catch up with him. And not long after, we'll see him catch importation charges, which is a very serious charge. That's one of the higher up people in the drug game, and the police like to make an example out of them by sending them down for a long time. The lyrics across the years kind of use that against him when it's just entertainment. Possibly we will see in the court case in the future. Stay tuned to this channel because we'll be covering everything that happens with Nines, aka Courtney Freckleton. Next up, Jordan McCann. He's been creating a buzz over the last couple of years and one of the biggest rappers out of Manchester, period. His songs are getting over 10 million views on just freestyles like he's Charlie Sloth Fire in the Booth. But recently he was recalled due to a misunderstanding with probation. When you're released and you get probation, it's very important you keep up with it and communicate with them well. If you don't, you can get recalled. Jordan's been recalled before after his first song, and more recently he was recalled, and I explained why through the post he put on Instagram. It's been said on his Instagram, over a year ago Jordan was released on parole, and one of the conditions of his parole release was that he is not to undertake any work, whether it be paid or voluntary, without the approval of his probation officer. Probation believed Jordan breached his parole because he was organising a music event without giving them prior notice. This is ridiculous. Jordan had been asking for weeks to sit down with probation, but was constantly fobbing him off, cancelling appointments and stating they were understaffed. Jordan had a pre-arranged meeting Wednesday arranged with his solicitor, events organizer and probation officer to explain everything and get it approved. This was the earliest opportunity to do so. 4 days before this meeting, Jordan was recalled. Probation had put a warrant out for his arrest, and he was arrested on Saturday at Dean's Gate Locks, where he was doing a meet and greet with fans giving out tickets. Jordan told me to apologise to everyone who got tickets and to all the acts that were meant to be performing. He is devastated. Since his release last year, he's been trying to do a show but couldn't due to lockdowns and effects of the pandemic. The first time he had a venue, the police recalled a week before it. This is a joke. Jordan said, "Everyone hold on to your tickets because a new date is being announced this week." Hopefully Jordan is home soon. I'm not sure on how much he's got to serve left on that recall sentence. Seems harsh that Jordan was even recalled, but he was kind of warning people before that he was on his last straw of probation and not to provoke him into any situations.
Because seriously, I've got a lot on my plate right now. I'm on my last fucking straw with probation. I'm seconds away from recall, yeah. I've got bare stress. I'm trying to promote my tape. I'm trying to stay free. My head is going. I don't need anyone else provoking me, because then I'll give you what you want, yeah. And
next up, guys, we're going to talk about a throwback case from 2018. Trigger T, a guy who went from being on X Factor to being a drill rapper involved in County Lines. Now, he went from being on the hit show X Factor to being a drill rapper and called himself Trigger T. It was said that the 19-year-old who grew up in Deptford in South London gave B's address as a management suit at the halls of his residence. There was a raid in April that year in his address and Manchester police arrested him. Searching his room, officers found mobile phones to sell drugs in Barrow, and they also found quantities of drugs alongside weighing scales and mixing agents ready to be processed. He pleaded guilty to 2 charges of supplying drugs, and it was what he was rapping about in his lyrics that helped get him convicted. It was even posted across the likes of BBC.
They like trigger, why you always in the trap all the time? Cause I got love for Queen Liz, get the off my line. I was raised in the gutter and it's about time I shine. Still serving Sunday specials, told the kitties come down.
They said that he operated as part of a gang known as Nation, which supplied drugs from London some 300 miles away. The Nation named after the drill rap group, and when the police raided his house, they found everything to prosecute him, and he ended up pleading guilty after they found swords, mobile phones, drugs, and even scales. His family described him as a quiet boy. He auditioned for the X Factor talent show in 2016, but failed to make the TV auditions. Instead, he focused on drill music, rapping about drugs, money, violence, and sex in his videos, and he was described as doing well in college until the arrest, after he was suspended immediately from university and received a prison sentence. When police searched his whole room, they had found everything, like I said. Swords, knives, 4 cheap mobile phones, wraps of heroin and crack cocaine, and £480 in cash. There was also the part of the gang that he was in, t-shirt, to prove he was in that as well. He pleaded guilty to 2 charges of conspiring to supply drugs in Barrow and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. If he only serves half of that sentence, which he may not, he could be home very soon. Many rappers around the UK always find themselves in predicaments like this. There's a lot of self-snitching that goes on in the UK where rappers, obviously, they talk about the life they're from, they bring it up in their lyrics, and more nowadays, they're using it against them in court, which is making it way worse for these rappers. It's not all negative. There is a lot of rappers that have turned their life around, but unfortunately there is so many rappers that have caught massive charges and are sitting behind the door right now that have so much potential, not just in the UK but internationally. Rappers like Nines, I will update you guys as his court case goes on, but you gotta be subscribed to the channel, otherwise you'll end up missing the trial videos. And also Jordan hopefully is home soon, and the same for the other drill rapper. All the updates are posted. Leave a like if you want part 2. See you in the next one. Peace out.